Hey guys, my name is Jake, and this is the first official video of my new YouTube channel, Former Film Student. So, as you guys can tell by the title of this channel, I am a former film student, and by former, I mean I graduated like 3 months ago. But yeah, so basically I'm making this video as sort of an introduction, not only to this channel, but to who I am as a person, and just give you guys a little bit of insight on who I am, and as well as what this channel is going to be about, the content I'm going to make, and the type of videos that I would like to put out. So I figured I'd start off with giving you guys a little bit of background about myself. To start off, I am 22 years old, currently living in Pennsylvania. I went to school at Temple University, which is in Philadelphia, if you guys don't know, and I ended up with a BFA in Film and Media Arts with a concentration in directing. Along with directing, I am huge into screenwriting. I have written 4 feature-length screenplays, I believe, and a TV pilot that's about 60 pages long, and I'm also working currently on 2 other feature-lengths. One is a psychological revenge thriller, and the other is a heavy-handed, just straight-faced drama. Both I'm very excited about. I also have an idea for a TV pilot that I want to start writing. But yeah, I love screenwriting, I love directing, I also love doing cinematography, but my main goal in life is to eventually end up writing and directing feature-length films, as well as segueing into TV. I would love to do like a cool mini-series, like something like Chernobyl or Devs on Hulu, if you haven't seen that. Both phenomenal. But yeah, I think it'd be so cool, especially with the rise of streaming services nowadays. You know, we're getting these really, really awesome, great TV shows that are basically movie level quality and are getting these really high budgets that make them look so professional and make them look so cinematic. Stuff like Game of Thrones and Stranger Things, all of that, you know, I think it's so cool, and I'd love to work on something like that one day. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. As far as my previous relationships with YouTube go, I've had 2 previous channels. The first was a movie review channel that I started in my junior year of high school, and I was heavily influenced by movie reviewers at the time, such as Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, the Schmoes Know, and FlickPick, guys like that. And I was working at a movie theater at the time, so I got to see free movies, so it didn't cost me anything, and I thought, hey, what the hell, why not make movie reviews? And that channel is horrible. It started off as the casual movie guy, and then halfway through I changed it to just my name, because I thought I was getting too gimmicky. I don't know. Anyway, they're not very good videos. The lighting's bad. I didn't have a mic, so I was using onboard sound from the camera, which is terrible. If you guys don't know, DSLRs have terrible onboard mics, so the audio is really bad from them if you don't have a mic. The videos look terrible. I either talk way too slow, like I'm half asleep, or I talk way too fast, like I'm all hopped up on cocaine or something. And I ended up ending that channel in October of that year. I believe I started in January, so I did it for about 8 months, and I ended up ending it because I felt like, I don't know, I was getting too wrapped up in the logistics of things. I was getting too wrapped up in my views, subscriber counts. I thought the qualities of my video were getting better, and my views were going down. The quality aspect, probably not true. The videos started terrible and probably were still terrible. But at the time, it just discouraged me heavily from continuing the channel. And I also was forcing myself to go and see films and make videos about films that I really had no interest in seeing or discussing. And it kind of took the fun out of the channel. And if you're not having fun while making YouTube videos, then you're not doing it the right way. So my second channel was in my freshman year of college, and it was more focused on making video essays, and I say focused because I only did like 2 video essays, and I had a really good time making them, and I was heavily inspired by mainly Every Frame a Painting at the time, who unfortunately does not make video essays anymore, but video essays in the last 3-4 years have kind of taken over. They're huge on YouTube now, and for good reason. I think it's really awesome when someone can really delve in and analyze a film and break down its components and talk about a certain aspect of it, like its screenplay, the cinematography, the editing, all of that stuff. I think that's really fascinating, and as a lover and aspiring filmmaker and a lover of the art of filmmaking itself, I think that stuff is super interesting and super cool and can really make you appreciate a film in a way that you hadn't previously appreciated it. But anyway, on that channel, I also did other things. I did a couple movie reviews. I did some just movie-related content. I did a couple TV reviews. And then I ended up using that channel mainly just to post the short films that I had made at the time, whether it was a class project or I just, made a film in my free time. That's where I would end up posting them. And to this day, well, I guess not to this day. I haven't posted on it in a while. But as a part of my senior thesis project, I had to kind of pitch myself with a directing reel, and I ended up making a reel, and that's where I posted it, was on that channel. But I haven't posted on that since. I think the last thing I posted on that was a GoFundMe video for my senior thesis film. But anyway, that channel ended. I don't see a reason to really post on that anytime in the near future. And going forward with this channel, I think I'm going forward with a lot more of a positive mindset and a more positive outlook. I'm not really going to get myself concerned with views or subscribers or likes and dislikes. That's not really what I'm worried about. Obviously, if a video I make gets a lot of dislikes, I won't make a video like that again. And I obviously am open to constructive criticism, and I'm always trying to improve myself, whether it's in my own personal life or my films or my screenplays. My YouTube videos apply to that as well. So if you want to leave a comment letting me know how I can make the videos better, whether you think the sound is terrible or you think the lighting needs some work, all of that stuff I would love to hear, and I would love to get feedback and improve on these videos and make the best kind of content that I can for you guys. But I'm never going to get too wrapped up in, oh, I really thought that I was going to get more views, or, oh, my subscriber count isn't going up as fast as I thought it would. I'm mainly just making this channel so I can talk about things that I love and things that I'm passionate about. So yeah, that is what I'm going forward with, at least my mindset. As far as the videos that I want to make, I don't really have a focus. It's going to go in the general direction of movie-related content, TV-related content, and also just filmmaking stuff in general. Obviously, stuff like movie reviews, video essays are a given. I'm never going to force myself, though, to go and see a movie again. If I'm hearing like a movie has like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that, I'll definitely want to see that and review that for you guys. But there's just certain movies that I don't really have any interest in seeing, and I love seeing as many films as I can in a year. But overall, I don't want to ever force myself to go and see a movie and force myself to make a video on it. So that being said, I want to do that stuff. Video essays, I would love to do essays just breaking down different aspects of different films, as well as making videos. One of the things that I definitely want to do, and I guess I'm sort of stealing this from another YouTuber. His name's Dan Murrell, so I guess it's not stealing if you give them credit. But he used to work on Screen Junkies, which is a movie-related YouTube channel. They do the Honest Trailers. If you have never seen those, or if you have, that's the channel that they're on. But anyway, he did his own YouTube channel recently, separating himself from Screen Junkies, where he just talks about different movie-related stuff. He likes talking about the box office numbers and stuff like that. But one thing that he thought was really cool was he did 2 videos recently called Why I Love RoboCop and Why I Love Jaws. And I would love to make videos in that same vein where I just pick a movie that I really love and just make a video where I talk about it and tell you guys why I love this movie. So as far as that goes, I'd love to talk about TV shows as well, doing ranking lists as far as my top 5 favorite characters from a show or from a movie franchise, or ranking the seasons of a show, or my favorite directors, or I'd love to do all that different kind of stuff, as well as talking about filmmaking stuff. As I said, I'm an aspiring filmmaker, an aspiring writer and director, and I love the art of filmmaking, and if I make short films in the future, I'd love to make behind-the-scenes videos for you guys. I'd love to make videos talking about my experiences at film school. The channel is titled Former Film Student, so I would love to talk about my experiences at film school, my likes, my dislikes, giving, if you're a younger viewer in high school thinking about going to film school and you want to hear my thoughts on it, giving you guys some advice on it, and if you plan on going and stuff like that. And yeah, so I don't know if maybe I was talking a little too fast in this video. I haven't made a YouTube video like this in a really long time, so the nerves are a little there. But yeah, so that's really it. So if there's anything I want you guys to take away from this introduction video, it is I'm making content that I want to make. I'm never forcing myself to make stuff that I don't want to make videos, to make content that I'm not interested in making. I just want to make stuff that I'm passionate about and stuff that I love. The channel is going to be centered around making movie and TV related content as well as filmmaking content, with no specific focus in any of those categories. And the last thing I just want to tell you guys is, like I said, I am doing movie and TV reviews, and I want to give you guys my sort of rating system. I think ratings are sort of arbitrary, and not only are films subjective when it really comes down to it, even though I do think there are qualities in a film that make it better or worse, it's all subjective. It's whether a person connects to the film or not. But that being said, even though films are subjective, one person's 7 out of 10 can be another person's 5 out of 10, and that could be the same rating in their mind. And for me, a 5 out of 10 is where I start my rating at. Not saying that I don't go below that, but I'm saying a movie kind of before it comes out, before I watch it, it is a 5 out of 10. And then as the movie progresses, the story progresses, and I get a sense of the filmmaking techniques used in it, the kind of art behind it, and just the qualities of its technical aspects, the editing, the directing, the cinematography, the directing, the performances, the screenplay, all of that stuff. That'll either raise or lower the score. So for me, a 5 out of 10 is an average score. It is an average film, the definition of it's okay. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just okay. And then, a 1 out of 10 is a bottom of the barrel movie that I would not recommend watching. And there are going to be some cases where a 1 out of 10 is like a so bad it's good situation. But very rarely, it's mostly going to be, hey, do not watch this movie. It is straight up doo-doo. You're not going to have a good time watching it. And then a 10 out of 10 for me is a near flawless film, a film that I consider perfect. No film is perfect, actually, but it's a film that even the flaws that I have with it are usually minor nitpicks. And there are even some films that I don't even have any flaws with. It's very rare. I rarely give out 10 out of 10s. Speaking of my old YouTube channels, if you go back and watch them, and if you look at my Age of Ultron review from 2015, I give that movie an 11 out of 10. Needless to say, the way I judge films has changed very drastically since then, and I'm a lot, I don't want to say harsher on films now, but I've watched more films, learning about the art of filmmaking more, going to film school, and understanding the qualities of a film and stuff like that. It has changed my perspective on how I view films and how I rate them. I very rarely give 10 out of 10s. Last year was one of my favorite years for films, probably of the decade, up there with 2014. 2014 and 2019 were just masterful years as far as film releases go, and I gave one 10 out of 10 last year. So if that gives you any sense of an idea of, my ratings and stuff like that. So that's the last thing I wanted to cover, was just my ratings. So overall, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it. And if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe. I have a lot of fun ideas rolling around in my head for upcoming videos. And, like I said, I don't want to have like a strict regimen. I don't want to have a strict schedule. I have a job. I have other things going on in my life. This is not my sole focus. This is going to be, I don't even want to say a side project, because I'm going to put time and effort into it, but it's not going to be my main focus right now. But that being said, look for upcoming videos. I do have one video idea coming out, maybe two, in the near future, so look forward to that. Other than that, I don't have anything else planned out per se, but just, keep a lookout for my videos. I'm going to have a lot of fun making them, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun watching them. And that's all I really have to say for today, and I will see you guys next time.